Hello, I'm Jody Wolf. You're watching Expoz today, April 4, 2016 at 11:55 p.m. Birmingham. Topic, Boko Haram. These people that are going through South Africa and killing as many Christians as they can. And although you don't hear much about them, they have not slowed down. Let me tell you how they got started. There was a group of people, not many. They had one crazy leader, one idiot, that did not like Christians. He was Muslim, he was Islamic. So, what he did, he was banned from the country that he started in. And so he fled to Libya, where he went to Gaddafi. And Gaddafi trained him, his own men, called it his army, gave them more weapons, and even financed him to go back into Africa and kill as many Christians as they could. Now, they were doing this almost 2 years before Gaddafi died. But if you go back and look and see Gaddafi's last day, other than hell itself, his last day was hell. I mean, they hurt that man, but they didn't hurt him for the right reasons. They didn't hurt him because he's killing Christians. But anyway, these Boko Haram, they went back to South Africa. South Africa, you have the most Christians. North Africa, they blend into Muslim and the Islamic faith based. And the Muslim Christian populations get along. It is the Islamic part of them where they don't like Christians. So when you get that blend and then enough comes in, then they start killing. They'll stir up the hornet's nest, then go and kill the Christians. And their target, kill all the men, boys, kill them all. They take the girls and they take the women and they rape them, use them, and then they let them starve to death or they just kill them. The reason you don't find hundreds of these women and little girls that are kidnapped on a weekly basis, most of them die. I mean, there's mass graves all over the place. And yes, they'll bury them in most cases because if they have the time, they want to hide their path, the trail. They don't want people to know which way they're going. But leading from there into another event, my daughter had some dreams and she told me about them. In fact, I did blogs on them. And her dreams were specifically Angola. I'll never forget it. She said, Dad, it's the country that's on the Atlantic facing us. Well, Angola is on the Atlantic, but it's more southern and it's facing South America, not the United States. But that doesn't matter because what she saw was two men, and they were black, and they were standing on, take that back, one was black, one. But they were standing on top of a hill or a mountain overlooking a city. She could see the city and she could see the water. And they were smiling and laughing and shaking hands. And she said, I don't know what it means, but I think we now know. Angola is the first African country, this was a couple years back, that kicked out and banned, and I'll give that answer in a minute. First, there's a country adjoining them a little bit to the north that's doing the same thing in a different way. But and that's the Central African Republic. They're half Christian and they're half Muslim. They've been getting along until some of these Boko Haram goes through there. But anyway, Angola is the first African country ever to ban Islam in its country. They did it. They banned it completely. Still banned today. And then the next country, neighboring country, a little bit to the north, the Central African nation, they're half Christian and half Muslim. They got along. But then when these kicked out of Angola and Boko Haram starts going through this country, Boko Haram won't stop. They keep moving. They can't stay somewhere and put tents up. They'll be killed. They know that. But what happened? They're killing Christians, the country, because too many of the Muslims are now Islamic. Well, surprise, surprise, the Christian African nation jumped up one day and said, we're not going to let them do it. They fought back. They not only fought back, they won, and they too are banning Islam. Let's just hope that ball keeps rolling. But they won. They just simply fought back. This is what they're not doing throughout South Africa. And if you want to talk about prejudice, blacks in our country still call whites prejudice. Well, I got this to say. You, if you're black, go live in Africa for a year and then come back and see how prejudiced you think we are. You'll drop on the knees and kiss this ground. Because when you get over there, you have to fight to live every day. Why? Because blacks hate your guts. They hate you. They don't like you. And there are more slaves in that country or that, African nation through the Middle East than there ever were anywhere else. And there still is more slaves there than anywhere on earth. But yet, if you ever mention slave nation or a nation that had slaves, everybody points at the United States. Well, we were by far the least in the slave trade. Believe it or not, look it up, read the story. And anyway, I had to throw that in there. But the Christians that are turning on Islam, kicking it out, pray for them. They need your prayers, and they're winning. Just pray that they'll continue to win. Jody Wolf Expoz.